everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Emily Carothers, and I am a board member here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all to service today because we all live in our beautiful community of Alabama. We will open our service with "We Are All One," an original song by Chris Urmston, written specifically. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so we just did One Big Family. Now we're going to sing "This Land Is Your Land" for the 4th of July. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking following the highway, I saw above me, red in the skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I run and ramble and followed my footsteps in sparkling sands of earth, diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was shouting. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining, then I was strolling, and the wind was raining, and the dust clouds rolling. The voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. Expecting sundown, resigned in Thailand, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
We are an all-inclusive center of love where we recognize and celebrate each person as a divine and unique expression of the one Spirit in all. Together we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles to support our core values of love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness. Okay. All right, what we're going to do, "We Are One, We Are All One," an original song by Chris Urmston, our music director.
With the help of the choir. I can feel the love all around here beside me, feel it in my heart and my soul deep inside me, resonating deeper and deeper and deeper, lifting me up higher and higher and higher. You and I are one. We are one with everyone. Love is all around. Tap into the sound. Right here in the center for spiritual living, you have found a home that is loving and giving. Lots of happy hugs and the smiles on the faces. We don't have a problem with gender or races. Throw your fears away. Love is here to stay. Friendship by the pound. Love is all around. You should know the man, Dr. Holmes was the founder. His philosophy, there is none Know that we are one.
We are one.
One with everyone. We are all one.
We are one. We are all one.
We are one.
We are one. We are all one.
We are one.
We are one. We are all one.
We are one.
We are one. We are all one.
We are
All right, let me go back a little bit here. We teach and embody the Science of Mind principles to support our core values of love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, and diversity. Welcome home. Please join me in reading the opening community affirmation. It's in your program on the left side. I believe it's also on the screens. So it's on your program on the left side. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that all thought is created and that how I choose to think creates my personal experience. Is there anyone joining us for the first time today? Well, thank you for coming. It's good to see new people in our membership. Thank you so much for being here today. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up at the welcome table right outside the sanctuary doors. It includes a gift for you to use in our wonderful bookstore and gift shop. So please visit after service, where we are happy to assist you. All scarves and shawls are on sale in the bookstore, as well as jewelry. They're all 40% off, so scarves, shawls, and jewelry, 40% off in the bookstore. Wow. What a deal. This is the last week, so take advantage of the opportunity while it's still available to you. I'm going to hold this up because this has the affirmations for all week long. So if you use this, look at this every day, you can read the affirmation. This really makes you feel like you're part of a greater good. Current events happening at the center can also be found online on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and also on our HDCSL calendar found on our website. We also send out the affirmations and updates regarding service and events through a texting service, as well as our social media. If you would like to join this service, please text JOIN to 833-683-2356. If you previously opted out or would like to rejoin, see Brandy, and she will help you with that process. It's great to be in the loop. Some announcements we would like to highlight and share are our offices will be closed tomorrow, July 4th. The Drum Circle with Janet Amby is Wednesday, July 13th at 7 p.m. We're also excited to start a Power of 8 group meeting Thursday evenings in July, facilitated by Practitioner Lori Smith. It is an exciting opportunity to see the power of intention in action. This healing opportunity is for all. Come join us on Zoom at 6 p.m. for 1 hour or less. There is a sign-up sheet at the concierge desk, and the Zoom link will be emailed to you. Our sister circle meets the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month. Our next meeting is this Saturday, July 9th at 11:30 a.m. If you're interested in joining our women's group, see Lori Smith or Brandy so that you can get set up with the Zoom link. Sunday, July 10th, after service and refreshments, we are having a community sound healing group event right here live in the sanctuary. Come experience for yourself the powerful, amazing benefits of sound therapy meditation. All are welcome to come and enjoy. The participation fee is $25. See Brandy if you have any questions. You sure don't want to miss this. Please share and bring a friend. We are asking for assistance with 2 of our committees. We have a fundraising committee and or the Healthy Spirit Festival Committee. So please sign up at the concierge table or let Brandy or Liz know if you have any questions. Since it's the first Sunday of the month, we would like to celebrate any of you who have a birthday in July. Would you please stand and raise your right hand so we can celebrate you? Chris will be playing Happy Birthday.
Any birthdays?
Any birthdays in July?
It's Reverend David's birthday too, and he usually watches online.
Oh, we hear Reverend David maybe watching online, so let's all sing Happy Birthday to Reverend David.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Reverend David. Happy birthday to you.
Following service today, we have a potluck. Join us for fun, food, and fellowship. Every Sunday, we share the vision for our new minister. We ask you to hold this vision with us throughout the week. Printed copies are available at the concierge table for you to take home as well. Join me in reading this if you choose, and it is on the monitors. Our purpose is unity. Our vision is to be a dynamic teaching center where we learn to experience the Spirit within us and to express our fullest potential in life. Our new minister is comfortable with shared leadership, accessible to our community, has humor, tact, and is kind. Our new minister is intelligent, a fine teacher of science of mind, an inspired speaker, and feeds us spiritually. Our new minister lives the science of mind with integrity, has a consciousness of abundance, is authentic and unbiased. Our new minister is enthusiastic, while being emotionally mature, committed, and connected to our community, and is wise in all their affairs. Let's welcome our beautiful practitioner of the day, Judy St. Clair.
Please join me as we read Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. They are on the front page of your program. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. For our contemplation time, today Richard is singing America the Beautiful. Let's take these words to heart. Richard.
I really do love America. I've been many countries and I love America best. The song's called America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains
never runs out of script, sorry. Paul agreed will now join me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform the flames of faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faith, all beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the benefits and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcomed here. And as we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of spiritual, eternal love. And so it is. And let us continue this presence, our knowledge of that great I am, spiritually divine presence within us, within this room, right now, right here, in this moment. I bless this day and every one of the people here, of our members, of those that are on video. Thank you for being here with us. We are one, united. We stand individually, but in this country we are united. For 246 years, we have honored our Constitution that brought us together, that gave us freedom of speech, the freedom to be here. And we are blessed for this moment, for our forefathers, and for those who come after us. We give thanks for this day and for all of the people involved in putting this service together, for all of us that are here to support one another. I give thanks, and knowing that this is so, we let it be, and so it is.
Today is Practitioner Sunday. I'm sorry, there's something before that. Please stand if you wish and join in singing this medley of This Is My Country and God Bless America. The words are on the monitors. Tuesday is Practitioner Sunday, and our first speaker today is Marina Shoupe. In addition to being a practitioner, she is our tech person at the sound booth, and boy, she worked hard. She is also an artist who makes jewelry and works with jade. Please join me in welcoming Marina Shoupe.
Hi everybody, I tried to memorize my talk today. Apparently it's not one of my superpowers. I have so many. That one is not it. Did I turn my mic up? I did. Oh, good. Hi everybody. I'm going to read. Sorry, I really did try to memorize it. In planning this service and supporting the CSL theme for the day, I've been tapped to speak to the challenging times and moving forward. It's the 4th of July weekend, and when the practitioners were asked to speak on this day, internally I kind of groaned. It's not my favorite holiday, and I hope I still have friends after this. But while I love being born into a country that has many freedoms, I do not claim to be blindly patriotic. That's the fact. There have been too many injustices here at home and abroad dumped on folks by our greed, our selfishness, and some of our policies. I find them just awful, and this has been going on since the 1600s. We seem to be living in a chapter where we may be experiencing more fracturing of human rights and the absence of basic niceness. I read history, and I have been alive long enough to know that this is nothing new, it's just louder. And this underbelly of division, inequity, inequality, and the fear of the other has been exposed, and it's out on display for one reason. I agree with Dr. Petra Wells, who has written that this exposure is happening for us to heal it. We are seeing it so we can heal it. Sound good?
Yes.
I always like to find that silver lining. You know me, reframe, reset. Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder, can you guys hear me okay? Maybe I'll just go to the other week. I just wanted to wiggle over here. This one's still on, yeah. Sorry, I'm nervous. Dr. Holmes, our sweet, sweet founder, said, "The great demand in the world today is for a sense of security, freedom, and liberty. But we must be very certain that we do not swap one image of bondage for another." I have read a large part of religious and philosophic history of the world, and I have noticed that almost invariably, when the world traded one kind of religion for another, it didn't get a good deal. The Pilgrim Fathers who came to the shores of New England came to worship God in their own way. But the moment they got there, everybody in the colony worshiped God in the way that the strong-minded members of the colony decided was the way to worship God. That was not freedom, end quote. And if I may add, what the Pilgrims and those that followed them to this entire continent did to the people, the indigenous people living here when they landed, was beyond terrible. What was imposed upon them was also hardly a good deal, not freedom at all. The point for me about a few recent glaring upsets in civil rights is the continued disenfranchisement of many of us. People of color, people that choose to love or marry while not looking like June and Ward Cleaver. The curious and unique among us often have targets on our backs. And let us not forget women. Our mothers, our sisters, daughters, nieces, and friends. I don't believe that civil rights, gay rights, and women's rights, and reproductive rights to be entirely political issues. This is about the consciousness of our human race forgetting that we are one. Yes. We are independent, yet intertwined. Chris's sweet opening song, you made it into my speech. Chris's sweet opening song for our congregational service speaks to this recognition, our aspirations, and ability to love. Independent, yet intertwined. From Ernest Holmes, quote, "If our nature is one, if God is one, and we know God must be one, for the universe cannot be divided against itself, then we are tied into an indivisible unity. We shall have to get back to this unity to find the meaning of freedom. Nothing in any part of this cosmic whole could be considered freedom that would destroy the liberty of some other part of it. That would be self-destruction, would it not? And as Jesus pointed out 2,000 years ago, that would be a kingdom divided against itself. And the kingdom of God is one kingdom. So we know that true liberty must spring from true unity." End of quote. Independent yet intertwined. So how do I redirect my disappointment? And how do I temper my rage? Especially in this current setting of divisiveness, how can I ground my life and respond via an active spiritual perspective? How to get back to love? These are my questions. What is mine to do here? What is ours to do here? As a family, a community, a state, nation, and world. Well, so I began a to-do list, and I like a list. Yes, I do. It's not numbered, but it's a list. We love because that is all there is. We vote because we can. Fearlessly, we embrace our glorious individual self-expressions that we are. We recycle because we care. We celebrate and support others because what is good for one of us is fantastic for all of us. We meditate to shore up, remembering who we are. We are kind to others because treating others the way we want to be treated is wonderful, and it's contagious. It's absolutely contagious. We do what we can to tap into and be soothed and strengthened by the divine creative intelligence that we are. Dance, cook, write, garden, golf, work puzzles, watch sports. Whatever gets you to hum is a great place to start. We focus less on our differences and seek out the ways that we are similar, relatable, bound by life, while celebrating our unity, right? And this is one of the best active compassion pieces ever for me, is to remember that everyone in this room, our families, friends, planet-wide, everyone is doing the best that they can. I'm doing the best that I can, as are you. My last on the list is that I propose we practice kindfulness. Kindfulness. From Dr. Holmes, quote, "True freedom, true liberty has something cosmic behind it. If the time has come that modern science has proved that we cannot move a piece of paper without changing the balance of the physical universe, if we have come to the place where we know that the stuff of which our physical bodies are made of is the same stuff of which the planets are made, if we have come to the place where such a profound unity is maintained that physicists believe there is no such thing as disunity in the physical world, then we can easily see what the great spiritual leaders of the ages meant when they told us of that greater unity in which we all live and move and have our being, and that the idea of freedom itself is tied up with the true concept of the unity of good. Freedom will come only as it is tied into divine wisdom." End quote. What I am dedicated to doing, and I invite you to practice this with me, practice it along with me, until it's first nature, not second nature, first nature, while walking, taking a shower, cooking, during affirmative prayer, morning pages, or just anything you do. I dedicate to visualize planetary unity. I commit to seeing us as one. If we believe, and we do because we're here, if we believe that what we hold in our minds outpictures into the world, then let us as a community really dial in and focus on that unity. Let's see it, breathe it, and act like it is the reality of life, because it is. Let's be the force of healing any divisions that pop up in our imaginations, okay? Reframe, reset. Let's keep getting back to knowing we are one. One with everyone. One with God. We are independent, yet intertwined. One last quote from Dr. Ernest Holmes. Quite a wise man, though he does love a run-on sentence, I have to say. I believe that the true spirit of democracy is a spiritual conception where there is freedom, liberty without license, and a flexibility that makes evolution possible on the foundation of freedom. As we enter into the spirit of the meaning of Independence Day, the day when liberty symbolically was conceived, the day when freedom objectively in our country was announced, we should think of it not merely as a political system or form of government, but we should think of it as a spiritual conception, an idea in the divine mind itself. Taking form in human experience, we should learn to love that liberty, and in loving the idea, we should learn to tenderly and prayerfully handle the embodiment of that idea and nourish it always to greater strength. We should really conceive again the great spiritual conception of that man of God who said that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from this earth. End of quote. Thank you. Standing up, 65. Yes. I have the great pleasure in welcoming our next speaker. Always has a smile on her face, always says yes to a question and a chore. Laura Smith.
Thank you, Marina. And good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm just vamping a little bit because Marina's got to get back to the screen so that I can play with my little clicker here. And it's on. So, our monthly theme for July is relationships. And our global talk today is me, myself, and I. Not just me and myself and I, but all of me, myself, and I. When I looked in the mirror, and not necessarily the bangles, but when I saw the white jacket, I thought, oh, I'm disco. So I might think twice now next time I wear that white jacket. Oh, so let's see if she's got. I'm waiting for. And welcome everyone online. I'm so glad you're here.
Bring the microphone down a little bit. There you go.
How's that?
Hey.
Better, thank you. All right. Do I need to? There it is. There it is, July. Me, myself, and I. All right. And so we're going to talk specifically about self-love and how we express self-love in our lives. The universe, loving itself, is expressing in my self-love. The universe, loving itself, is expressing in my self-love. So I ask the question, how do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about your self-love? There was a time before I started coming to this center when I did not feel deserved to be loved. I felt unworthy. It may have been a false belief in thinking that I was being selfish. As mothers, we know all about giving our time and care to our families, a feeling of duty. My needs came second. Or last. I had some pretty serious self-critical mind chatter going on back then. Lots of negative self-talk. That was my life before I got here. Those chosen beliefs had become the law of my life that I was undeserving. How do we reverse that law that we have accepted as the truth of our being? So I should be able to unthink it, couldn't I? I should be able to do that. From Eckhart Tolle, I gleaned the idea that I thought this version of me into being. I thought this version of me into being. Now I can step back and look at what I've created. Also, I have wonderful friends who remind me, take care of yourself. You deserve it. How grateful I am for those friends. I am so blessed. Now, I remind myself, I am a perfect, unique, and divine child of God. Always have been, always will be. I have learned so much about myself now that I'm retired. It's amazing. It's an amazing place to be. I could have never imagined what retirement would mean. It's a whole new world of freedom for me. Unbelievable. I hope you can see that. It says, did you see that?
No.
Note to self. I love you. Can you say to yourself, I love you with confidence? Personally, I would never have treated anybody as unkindly as I have treated myself. Why do we do this to ourselves? To our precious, childlike, angel selves. Author and founder of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, said this about love in his book, Love and Law, page 116, sorry. You will see nothing in anybody else unless you have it in you to see it. Let me say that again. You will see nothing in anybody else until you have it in you to see it. So we act sort of as a mirror, don't we? What we see and believe of others is a reflection of what we are. Let me say that again. We act as a mirror. What we see and believe of others is a reflection of what we are. It's a reflection. So we have chosen a feeling of lack or love, or no self-love, if we have felt those feelings. How can we see others as worthy or lovable? Again, we recognize that these chosen beliefs become the law of our life. The amazing actress Lucille Ball said this, "Love yourself first, and everything else falls into line." You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. I find that interesting. Sometimes when you read a quote and then you see who wrote it and you go, oh, isn't that interesting? Lucille Ball was an amazing woman. She was the first woman to run her own motion picture studio. That was in the 60s. She created the idea of syndication, also known as reruns. In 1965, she financially backed the Star Trek series reruns. And that's how we know that that's how it became such a success, was through the reruns. Wasn't that interesting? Nikki Banis, an author of several books, such as Soul Waves and Shine from Within, wrote this. The only one who gets to decide your worth is you. The only one who gets to decide your worth is you. Our true self-worth is within us, always. Self-love demands that we be authentic, to be true to ourselves. Also, we can never understate the power of affirmations. So, say out loud after me with conviction, I am strong.
I am strong.
I am capable.
I am capable.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah.
So stand in front of the mirror and say that to yourself and see how that feels.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. In closing, any talk would not be complete without a quote from Rumi. I don't know if that's a good photograph of him or not. If I love myself, I love you. If I love you, I love myself. If I love myself, I love you. If I love you, I love myself. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Thank you for listening. And now it is my honor to please welcome our own Practitioner Emeritus, Frank St. Clair.
In the footsteps of two giants. Feel a little bit short right now. But I'd like to read to you something for our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. In the Science of Mind magazine in September 1939, this was published, My Prayer for My Country by Dr. Ernest Holmes. Believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America, in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression, I offer this, my prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. I know that no one can believe or be led to believe that freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind of God contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country today. I know that every leader in this country is now directed to this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem, and each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace shall come to all. And I know this spiritual democracy shall endure guaranteeing everyone in its country's personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is. Amen. Dr. Ernest Holmes, 1939. Turning the page. The choir will now join Mr. Christensen in God Bless the USA.
Next to you and defend
thank one more time Marina Shoupe, Lori Smith, and Frank St. Clair for their amazing words today. Let's just give one more hand. And now, this is our giving time. Take a moment to join me in appreciation for this community and our philosophy. We know we live in an abundant universe. There's always more than enough to share and to spare. We use this time to open up the flow of abundance and circulate that energy with gratitude. Because we appreciate you and your contributions, we make it easy for you to give. In addition to placing your offering in the basket today, there are ways that you can contribute to the center. You can use the Vanco app on your smartphone or tablet. You can visit our website to make a donation at high-desert-csl.org. Scroll down to the donate button or drop off a donation throughout the week by mail. Thank you for supporting our center. And thank you to our ushers today for your service. Please join me in reading aloud our declaration of affirmative giving located inside your program on the left side. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I invite our ushers to start at the front of the room with the baskets, please.
I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Let's take a moment to bless our gifts today as we recognize the overflowing abundance of life itself. Knowing that these gifts go forth, touching lives, bringing healing, and restoring wholeness to our world. I'd like to invite the practitioners to the stage. Our practitioner team is here to serve you. The prayer request box is in the garden room under the picture of Ernest Holmes, and our practitioners' phone numbers are on the back side of your program. Please reach out to one of our experienced practitioners for prayer, especially if you're going through a challenge in your life. They are here to know the truth for you and are available after the service for spiritual support if you need a prayer. Thank you to those who have joined us in person today and those who have joined us online. We are so happy that you're here. I now invite Judy to read our affirmation for the day.
Please join me. It's been emotional for me today, I'm sorry. Please join me in reading the affirmation. I will read it once, then we will read it together twice. I consciously choose to accept myself as I am with love. I consciously choose to accept myself as I am with love. I consciously choose to accept myself exactly as I am with love. And if I can get my practitioners in control. Ain't gonna happen. God bless us all, each and every one, for this day, for our country's birthday. I give thanks for our freedom and for our love for one another and for this beautiful center and all of its participants. We give thanks knowing that our love and our purity of thought, mind, honor each and every one. And we know that it is so, as together we say, and so it is. Chris.
And it's the first Sunday of the month, so we are going to say, let there be peace on earth. You can all help me.